What do we have here? Stage Act 4 for Humanoid Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts stands. Hello folks, Danoby2 here. Thank you for joining me once again on another semi-visual tour. We're going to be talking about action figure stands. Who has the best? Who can deliver the best bang for the buck? Look, let's not waste any time in this video. I think personally, my honest opinion, the Stage Act 4 from SH Figuarts is the best action figure stand in the market. You get 3 stands. I bought this off of Amazon for 14 bucks. Sometimes if you're lucky, you'll find this on Amazon.com for $14. 3 stands. So what makes this the best action figure stand? Well, it's because they give you a lot of resources, right? So you get 3 stands right there. You get the 3 stands for 3 action figures. But here's the kicker. They give you 3 flexible arms, right? They give you 3 poles, 3 capture claws, and then 3 articulated pinchers. So the trick is to maximize this stand, to maximize this particular set, right? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to build my first stand for my first figure. I'm going to use the claw with the bendy arm right there. This is one of my favorites right there. And you're able to do a lot with this. You're able to hold on to the action figure's arm, the leg, and you can do a lot with that. And but it's these 3 poles right here. It's just all this left over, which got me thinking, like, what is the story? You know, how can I maximize this set? SH Figuarts gives you the option. You can use a bendy arm, a flexible articulated arm, or you can use the poles. But it's all this other stuff you get, like the articulated pinchers, the claw, the pole grabber. It is just, I'm like, no, if I'm going to pay 14 or 15 bucks on average, I've actually seen this set for $12 on Amazon. Just depends on when you're able to grab it. You're able to stretch the value, and that's what I like. I'm going through an action figure kick right now, and I want to respect my action figures. I don't want to shovel all my action figures into a DTOF and make them look like landfill. So let's get back here. 3 stands, and look at all this. You got 3 poles right there. And you have the pole grabber and the articulated pole pinchers right there, right? And you got these right there. Those you could attach it to the articulated arms, but I'm using those. So what I'm going to salvage are the 3 poles right there. And this is where the NECA figure display stands. Now, NECA, I don't think did a really good job with these figure display stands right here because they don't fit half of my action figures. But what I'm able to do with this, right, is repurpose it, give it new meaning, give it new life. And this is where the Stage Act 4 pole comes in, because I discovered that it fits snugly right into the NECA base. Ta-da! So I am repurposing the NECA figure display stands because I don't think they do a good job by themselves. But if they are able to work together with the leftover materials from this Stage Act 4 set, you get something completely new and something so much more wonderful. And check this out. Look at that. The leftover parts from the Stage Act 4 set now bring new life into the NECA figure display stands right there, and it's pretty secure. And if you don't feel comfortable, you can use a little bit of hot glue to give it more, so you can reinforce the structural integrity. But I discovered that by itself, it does the job. So check it out. So that is my first stand, and then leftover materials, I'm able to create the NECA display stand again. And I'm gonna kind of give you an example. I got this guy yesterday. This is my reverse flash. I love reverse flash, and I'm going to use him. The NECA display stands, again, I don't think they are great by themselves. They don't fit half of my action figure collection. And I remember when I bought the first set, the black, because they come in clear and black, I didn't like it. The figures kept falling over. But again, repurposing the leftover resources from the SH Figuarts set, I mean, it works right here. And you can see it's a little bit flimsy. Again, you can reinforce it with a little bit of hot glue gun, and it is phenomenal. But again, it does the job right there. There's no hot glue gun at all on this stand, and it serves a purpose. It respects the action figure versus you trying to constantly position it on a shelf and then having it tip over. I know a lot of action figure enthusiasts don't like to spend the money on stands, but I have to be an advocate. You have to respect your action figures. You're spending a lot of money on this stuff, so make them pop, make them shine, and bring them to life. Now, you guys remember the Nova Ubiquitous diorama set that I purchased a few months ago? Well, this particular set is awesome because it had a lot of resources that I had left over, a lot of extra parts. So the idea is to repurpose it. Let's bring it to life. And I discovered that with all these leftover parts from the Nova Ubiquitous diorama set, I'm able to create some kick-ass action figure stands. And majority of these parts already have the holes in them. And if you get the right parts, leftover resources, again from the Stage Act 4, you are able to make a completely different stand. Respecting the action figure, bringing it to life. That's the whole idea. I have to help you folks. I've seen a lot of photos out there of you guys, how you display your action figures. You shovel them like into a little wooden corner of a shelf or cram them into a diorama. You're spending a lot of money on action figures. Action figures are not cheap. Why not give them just a little bit of love? Give them that extra effort. And, oh, I realize here that that part goes into the base and snaps on. And that right there, again, it's snugly in. It fits snug into that little hole, that right on there. I discovered, and it snaps on right there. And now you have an action figure base. Again, repurposing leftover resources from other existing sets. And there you go. This is one of my favorites. This is by far using the Nova leftover resources. I love it. And this one here, it's already pre-made. I did use hot glue gun to kind of reinforce it. You don't need a lot of it too. That's the beauty of it. But they're so kick-ass. I really, really love the Nova sets. And this is one that I decided to get a little bit creative. This is my Doc Ock Spider-Man set. You can still see the hot glue strands all over it. But I kind of had this tentacle left over from the Toy Biz Doc Ock. And you can use it, to display Spidey on it, and it looks pretty cool. This is one of my favorite. So it's just using your imagination with the Nova sets. Again, I'm not getting paid by Nova Ubiquitous. I should though, since I seem to be preaching them. But damn it, I love it. I mean, look at this. This is one I use for Star-Lord here, and just a little a dab on there, and it just looks cool. It looks, I mean, the Marvel Legends, again, are not cheap. Why not give them just a little bit of love? Look at that. I mean, it works. Boom, right there. Now, the Stage Act 4 sets are great for detox because of the clear base. It lets light pass through them to the lower levels of a detox. So there's nothing wrong with displaying action figures in a detox, right? But if you're using, if you're displaying them inside a shelf, the Nova Ubiquitous stands and even this NECA base that I modified works perfectly. And that's my Doc Ock. That's my Red Skull there. And I do have some of the Stage Act 4s on display there. And this one, I bought an extra. I love the Nova set so much. I bought additional parts just so that I can build this whole set here, because I loved it. I mean, they did such. I'm like, this is great. That's, give your action figures a certain adequate amount of space. I've seen photos of you guys cramming them, and again, I'm trying to to create a decent presentation. This is the best I can do without going over the top, without spending too much. And the Nova Ubiquitous set, you get 70 pieces for like $60. You can create dozens of stands. You really, really can. Quick note: NECA created a monstrosity action figure stand. That is a NECA stand here, and I hate this. This is a mess. I don't know. I don't like it. It takes up a lot of real estate on the shelf. I'm using it because I have to. I don't want to chuck it. I wasn't happy with it. It doesn't look pretty. It doesn't look attractive for the action figure. I don't like the posability, the options you have to actually pose your figure. It's too mechanical. There's just so many things wrong with it. It's very, right here, that little joint there, it feels flimsy. Now, the exact same Stage Act 4 set from Tamashii Nations with the same figure. Look at that. I mean, look at that. It takes up very little real estate, and it creates the exact same effect. The Homecoming suit in flight mode. And there you go, right there. So, in my honest opinion, the SH Figuarts Stage Act 4 is by far the best set there is. And if you want to go out and get yours on Amazon, click on there is a link in the description of this video that'll take you to my Amazon storefront that will show you my favorites on Amazon that I love and endorse, promote. It's all in the description of the video. Like, subscribe, folks. Thanks for watching. Danoby2 out.